Boom. Live and alive. Yeah. Once more, Jennick, your host. Motivation Academy. Yep. I'm here. So I'm going to keep going with my study of PT's book, Peace Gita, Scriptures for the Now, setting the record straight. Yeah. So, meanwhile, the world is mad. Yeah. In their network of shared madness. Crazy shit. Yeah. All that in the name of, in the name of what? They kill each other, but probably in the name of God, they go and kill each other. And yeah. But I think the biggest issue here is the countries. The fact that what was very important for us to grip was the nationalism. Have pride in your country. That's why the flag story, all the flags we see, and to me is just pure delusion, thinking that exactly that they're like us, and so that's what they want us to, because that's the origin of the main. All the main issue is this is mine. This is my country. This is your country. So I think the earth has no. I don't think the earth should have any borders, and there's no borders really. There's just the Babylonian borders, but in reality, the earth is like I'm a citizen of the earth. The madness starts when I start saying I'm Canadian or any other nationality. That's already the madness inside. But you know, that's what they want. So we play right. We play the cards that they want us to play. We're not playing our own cards. So we're not really thinking. So the land. That's it. The land. One doesn't own land by putting a house on it, by buying it, by inheriting it, or by moving, killing of its rightful owner. One owns land by properly embedding it with it, embedding it in with it. Even then, it is still on lease from the divine. Country of no land. Everywhere one hears, I love my country. What it means is I will shamelessly desecrate and pollute its land, air, and water. Surely, country like corporations is not a concept connected to land, earth, air, and water anymore. It's sheer madness. Sheer madness, leaders or misleaders. There are no leaders on this planet, only misleaders. Some do it out of sheer ignorance, some out of sheer evil. The result, an en masse devolution of souls, great stress on the beau de vie. To lead, one needs to know where one is going first. And notice, beings cannot be stopped from ruining themselves. That's their use of free will, but they won't be allowed to ruin the earth. For the hell of it. For the hell of it. Yes, my people. Beautiful day today. Yeah. Snowy. Snowy day. A little bit of snow, not much. We don't get much snow, honestly, where I am anymore in the winters here. Southern Quebec, no, not much snow. It's a pretty mild winter, like even compared to when I was younger. There's no more winters like this. Than like we used to have huge mountains of snow. Don't see that anymore. What can be done for the beings who have created a hell on this beautiful earth and call that hell beautiful? They show no desire to get out of it. Hold on, I'll go attend my tea because I have to put it in my container and I'll be right back. Oh, look at this. Ah, new banner. Yeah, be back in 2 minutes. Okay, I'm here. So, for the hell of it, they show no desire to get out of it, no matter how diseased they get and how polluted everything else gets. This is unprecedented in the history of this multiverse. This kind of situation has never arisen before, where beings want pain and torture for the hell of it. No gain coming of it for body, mind, or soul. Of course, they would have to be stopped before they destroy the planet completely. They surely won't mind being quarantined into some concrete else, where they won't mind spending this and the rest of their lives. Only two kinds. Okay, be back in 2 minutes. I'm here now. Paperback copies available in English or French, shipped from Canada. So, setting the record straight. So, only two kinds. Despite all the race and creeds on show here, the fact is that there are only two kinds of being here: the ones who smoke weed and the one who don't smoke weed. No. One who are ready to live in harmony with earth and divine and care about their soul evolution. The other are those who don't mind creating a hell here and going to one afterwards. They are ready to lose their soul for sake of ignorance and anti-divine stances. Only one kind will inherit the earth. Kind. The real president, PT. Tip, 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 tip. I'm here. I'll be right there. Just give me a second. Okay. So the real president, not really much viewers live, but yeah, you can watch it after. The real president, with their limited, twisted perceptions and disconnected from nature sensibilities. They, the people of this planet, can elect who they want as their president or prime resident of their arbitrarily cut pieces of land called countries. But the real president of the whole earth, who can set real precedent, who would always be what the wind, sea, rain, and trees, and the elementals, and the earth, and the sun, and the stars, and the universe, and the multiverses elect. This election is based upon the divinity fractality within. No rigging possible. No rigging possible. As the result are impossible to fake. It follows multiversal natural laws, not contrive absurd structures of society and government, or whims and fancies of mind-programmed mass zombies. If the people of this planet choose to ignore or not align with this real president, they can forget about peace, happiness, and prepare for trois petits points. PT. So the only peaceful solution. Peace amongst beings can only happen if they are all striving for evolution. Otherwise, no amount of effort can bring about that peace. If they all strive for evolution, their attention would be on I and divine, not on each other's nonsense. They would also automatically know the right behavior for any situation from this attention on divine. Peace comes from creating connection to divine, not entangling strings with each other. Science to scientism. Science on this planet has been reduced to just another religion, scientism, by its governing institutions. Fraudstitution, more like. Everything they have shoved down people's throat in the last 500 years, including who people are, what Earth is, where it is, what universe is, what space is, what force is, what sun is, what stars are, is all based on faith, make believe, we say so, bogus maths, rather than any reality, observation, proof, and logic. And all of it is, of course, false. Because the agenda is to keep people from asking real questions. And in an ego-driven populace, which likes to go around like knowers, without knowing anything firsthand, it's quite easy to create and maintain a paradigm of lies and call it science. It's worse than the Planet of Apes scenario. Only now a few are waking up because of the presence of you know who. Multidimensionality. Multidimensionality. Boom. Yeah. Anybody here? Anybody here? Bonjour, bonjour. Okay, looks like I am by myself. all the energy of the people ruling over all the other people on this planet for the last 100 years has gone into stopping dimensional consciousness from seeping into the mass consciousness. Dimensional consciousness meaning there are other dimensions beyond the 3D. Simple facts like multiverse is multidimensional. Everything in education, media, etc. is concentrated on keeping everyone fully concentrated only on 3D. False science, sitcoms, movies, sports, aliens. Hold on, I'll be back in just a second. Okay, I'm back. It's all too much. Oh no, we're not done. They are very worried about who will slave away for them. If people start focusing on ways out of the cage, which at the moment they are told is the only thing that exists, so everyone is just scampering for whatever little crap they can find within the cage instead of concentrating on breaking out of it. It's all too much. It's too much for most people, sheeple, aka muggles, to stomach that all they have been taught at by school, universities, and media is a big lie. And why it is all too much? Because they have never been honest with themselves. They would rather keep up their egoic pretense of false knowing and bury their heads in the sand than face the truth. The truth which can save them from constant hell they are in. Tragicomic. Tragicomic. Despite all their heavy-handed splashing efforts, most beings here are drowning quickly in the ocean of this world. Amongst the gasp as they look up to see that which is effortlessly standing above it all, they only choose to hurl abuses at it and scream. We are in this only by choice and can get out anytime we want. We don't need you or your help. Quite a spectacle. A show of supreme confidence in the most calamitous of situations. Beds and sofas. That's a good one. Everything is a delight, if you ask me, in that book. Offers a lot of clarity on our conditioning. Yeah. Beds and sofas. Funny as it might seem, beds and sofas are a big stumbling block when it comes to developing humility towards the divine on this material plane of existence. Beds and sofas were delivered at everyone's doorstep through the evil machine mass production processes. So everyone had a chance to boost their ego in their own little kingdom they called home. So whatever skills, even the working business and military classes, the ruling class were direct pounds of evil anyways, had a practical humanity, disappeared like clouds on a sunny day. Plunked on their sofas, they feel like lords. and find it harder and harder to get up for any representative of divinity. Yes, my people. To hell with divinity when I am to hell with divinity when I am having a good time with my beer in my sofa, they say. They only get up for their bosses, the representative of evil. And that too is more out of a preempt kick on the backside. All part of a brat creation policy of the evil demiurge, physical force and financial pressure being the only language these spoiled brats understand. At the end of the day, who can be taught anything when he or she is sitting on a sofa or lying in a bed? Brat, rat, bound rat, bound rats. That's what majority of the people here is. And it's not by force, it's by choice. They choose to be bratty and keep on suffering. Boom. Jobs. Job, the most important. There you go. Sorry. Job, the most important buzzword in this world. Sorry, burping my coffee. I'm here. Okay, job, the most important buzzword in this world. Millions of jobs are being created out of thin air every day, just like money. That paper stuff. To keep the dream of millions alive, dreams of a mobile phone, etc. No one has any clue as to what all these jobs accomplish. At the end of the day, besides being destructive to Earth and its environment, directly or indirectly. Creation of a machine Borg world, perhaps. Where is this progress they talk about? All there is just ugliness, power lines, concrete hells, and pollution. More people are starving than ever before. More disease, more discontent, more unhappiness, and more meaningless, soul-destroying jobs. Work, work, work. Yeah, it's a good one. There is a general misconception amongst Earth people of this time that all work leads to some net positive result. Thus, people toil in this world thinking it will all lead to something positive for them and the future generations. Let me just verify that I'm live. Switch account. Because I was on the Truman Show. We're going to be live tonight with Cindy and Sam Wolf en français pour parler de tout ce qui se passe un petit peu dans le monde, puis nos solutions. Les solutions qu'on voit possibles. There is always a solution to be found, for sure. But yeah. So let me just check here. Because I have no one in the chat, so I just want to make sure that this is going live. It seems to be live. Let's do a test. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Yeah, we are live. Okay, that's good. So let's keep going. Everything is good. Okay. Perfect, I'm here. So, work. There is general misconception amongst Earth people of this time that all work leads to some net positive result. Thus, people toil in this world, thinking it will all lead to something positive for them and the future generations. Only in the end, close to their death, they find they have nothing. They have nothing. Nothing means that they cannot take their soul to a better place. They will actually go to a lower place because their net is actually negative. They are also not leaving a better earth for future generations. They are leaving a ravaged, polluted planet. So, work by definition is not good by itself. As some would have you believe, work ethic, work culture, and other such corporate buzzwords are continuously thrown about without ever revealing what exactly one is actually working for. Only the work done as per divine will and in harmony with nature is fruitful for the self and the others. The word puzzle. Another of the many major misconceptions amongst people of this planet is that one would be free if only one wouldn't have to work. The truth, however, is that as long as one breathes, one would have to do something. It is in the nature of being. Being. Even if one doesn't move the body, the mind will wander. Sooner or later, one will move the body to quell those desires. People will always have to work. The key is who will they work for? Self ambitions or divine will? People also tend to associate freedom with just financial freedom. They only need to look at people who have enough money to never have to work for it again. Are they happy? They are bored and disgusted. The self cannot generate happiness through its own efforts without praising, serving the divine. People don't realize that. They are fed up with their jobs only because these jobs are not authorized by divine. These jobs are actually against the multiversal laws and functionings. They serve a system which is inherently evil. If they choose to serve the high and divine instead of the evil system, the work they do will automatically become pleasant and soul enchanting. They have slogan pasted on walls in schools and institutions. Work is worship, which need to be all replaced by work for divine is worship. Travel. Travel. Qualifications are asked, required for every activity on this planet except for travel. Gonna fix that thing. I can get loose a bit. Okay. So qualifications are asked, required for every activity on this planet except for travel. Anyone who has enough money can travel. Anyone who has enough money can travel. Travel, they say, is meant for experiencing, but what are they really going to experience? With their limited perception consciousness, it will all be as futile as their travel insurance. Most smuggled journeys end up in headache, stomach ache, and confusion. Most of the time is spent waiting, getting bored, the same mundane activities which they always indulged in their homes are repeated upon reaching the destination. They come back home with some tasteless pictures with forced smiles. Muggles visit places only to spoil them with their depression and stupidity. That's a good one. Muggles visit places only to spoil them with their depression and stupidity. The muddle low vibration are not welcome in any nature spot. That's why the term touristy place means stay away from it. Travel is seen as an activity which doesn't require skill, knowledge, or wisdom. Lonely Planet guideline will do just fine. The West started this old travel bug, and now the whole world is on it. The Western muggles, through their own brand and mind programming, are never aware of their shortcomings. They think that they are fit enough to derive enjoyment in any places, situation, or circumstance. And they try real hard only to find the tongues of boredom enveloping them even tighter. They only get more suicidal after realizing that even the best natured spots on this planet cannot overcome the endless internal turmoil. They reach places expecting to be served through waving plastic cards. All they get is forced fake plastic service where everyone is doing everything, including cooking without art. This service doesn't satisfy and leaves an horrible taste in the mouth. Real service only springs from the humility one feels towards something higher than itself. I'm going to repeat this. Real service only springs from the humility one feels towards something higher than itself. Money was the tool designed by the low fallen ones to get service. They have gotten the service, but real happiness and enjoyment eludes them completely. All they are left with is hollow pretension. Fancy dress. Role playing is one of the favorite pastime of the beings of this planet. And the only preparation they seem to need for the act is costume. The whole scene resembles one big, purposeless fancy dress party. To play a serious, responsible, respectable role, they put on a suit and a tie. And surprisingly, the rest fall for it. Hook, line, and sinker. Despite continuous revelation about corrupt politicians, the fact that even mafia bosses don expensive designer suits doesn't dent their perception one bit. The majority of Earth population is open to manipulation through dressing. If you put on a black robe, you're a judge. If you put on a robe of any other color, white, saffron, yellow, maroon, you are a holy man. If you put on some frills and fancy clothes, you are a rock star. There is specific clothing for geeks, writers, waiters, every boxed act. There is a casual wear, formal wear, day wear, night wear, party wear. Funny because most cannot carry anywhere. They have no style no matter what they wear. Majority of people tend to judge others from their clothes. The being that is inside those clothes is of no concern. In fact, it is best overlooked. The prospect of really looking at someone for what they really are beneath the garb is really scary. Scary because of the hideousness and monstrousness involved. No beauty to be found when naked in body, mind, and soul. No beauty to be found. Fabric. Fabric. It is clear that all signs of sense have disappeared from the majority of people of this planet. Take their clothing, for example. They have no problem donning all kinds of synthetic, unbreathable fabrics, which, besides giving the obvious sensation of itchiness, create all kinds of skin disorders. Not many can be seen in soft, natural cotton. Even the cotton they wear has been put through numerous poisonous processes and dyes. Dyes are now definitely dyes, as most of them are made up of poisonous chemicals, poisonous to all biological functionings, including that of the body and the environment. Poisonous fabric for a society with a poisonous fabric, root of the poison being an anti-divine stance. When one veers away from divine, first thing lost is sense. The results are clear for all to see. Sense and senses. How can there be sense in this world when most people don't use their senses at all? They have eyes, but they don't see. They can be looking straight at you, but they are not seeing you. They are practically blind. Even if they started seeing slightly, they would not do 90% of what they do. They have noses, but they don't smell. No wonder they can be sold these horrible smelling chemical deos. They have skin, but they cannot feel. No wonder they can wear all these uncomfortable fabrics. They have ears, but don't listen. No wonder any kind of crap noise can be sold to them as music. They have tongues, but cannot taste. No wonder they consume all this tasteless, genetically modified stuff. All they do is use their mind, but mind only works from sensory inputs. They use it without using the senses. That's how it became senseless. Everything is just assumed, extrapolated. It's like trying to solve a million-piece puzzle with 10, 20 pieces. Senseless. Even extrasensory perception comes from using the senses properly first. Wearing. Oh, there's someone here. Someone in the chat. Hold on. Leslie, la belle Leslie. I had a doctor call me at 8. Oh, all is good, Leslie. In this multiverse. So, yeah, just wearing the body is a tough enough exercise. So, it's a surprise that most here are more than ready to put on more stuff called clothes. Unnecessarily for most part. Another simple yet clear reflection of their utter lack of consciousness. They don't even wonder why the word wearing is same as wear, as in wear and tear. A modern event line. They wear suits and ties in warm, hot climates. All is well, just made bagels for everyone. Yeah, me, it's gonna be a bagel day. Most probably tomorrow. We're Friday today? Yeah. Probably tomorrow or Sunday, bagel day. Now I've dehydrated onions. Onions came on sale at the grocery store. $1.25 for 5 pounds. So I bought 70 pounds of onion. I dehydrated all that in my dehydrator, and now I have them in a Ziploc bag, and that's what I use for my bagels. I put 2 tablespoons of dehydrated onion for my recipe. My recipe gives me 8 bagels. So I put 2 tablespoons of onion dehydrated in the dough. Sorry. In the dough. And then I had 1 tablespoon of jalapeno dehydrated also. 1 year I growed all kinds of hot peppers and stuff. And I have a hot peppers for an eternity, honestly. So I put a tablespoon of jalapeno pepper in my bagel. Plus, on top, the all-dressed spice bagel. So it's really a all-dressed bagel. And I put also onion dehydrated on top when I put them in the oven. So the onion kind of burn a bit. I know it's not the best to heat burn stuff, but just a little bit of Yes, I put dried onion on mine. Yeah, dried onion on top, and then I put the bagel spice too on top. But dried onion also in the dough. It's very good. Doesn't taste that much. It's not a big onion taste. The smell of the onion dehydrating is more potent than asked by people here. They wanted to kill me after I dehydrated all those onion. It smells really, really bad in the house. Like it smelled of onion. Like onion when I don't know. That cool. You made I made my own onions. Yeah. Yeah, that's for my bagels. Yeah. Yeah, I put that's it. Cook onion in the dough or dehydrate them in the oven, but it's really a potent smell in the house. Like the next time I do a dehydrate onion, I'm gonna do it outside in the summer. Smells too much inside. It's really I was gagging at one point. The smell, it's like a bo smell. The onion, it's really nasty. So the whole house was smelling. Their clothes was smelling of onion. Even Gavin went to school and they asked him if it was him, his smell of onion. So he was a bit embarrassed. I was a bit too, but I mean, yeah. So next time I won't dehydrate onion inside. And I suggest you do it outside too, because it's very, very potent smell. So a modern event line. Let's keep going. But bagels, I love to make them also. I make them very good. They all freak on my bagels. So one day I will take the camera and do a little live bagel show. I'll be back. Hold on. Just wanted to blow my nose. Yeah. So exact. No, don't dehydrate the onion inside unless you're alone and you don't mind the smell and you're not going too far because your clothes will smell, everything will smell. It's very potent. It's personally, I'm not doing it inside anymore. I'll take the opportunity in the summer to really install my machine outside and do it there because it's oh, and even that I'm sure the whole neighborhood will smell it when I do it outside. So yeah, this but it gives you a great like I dehydrate them in the Excalibur. I have an Excalibur dehydrator, put it in there, and then at the end I put them in the oven a little bit so they kind of become a little bit brown, not burnt, but just a little bit more brown, and then it gives me really it's good stuff. Yeah, yeah. So a modern event line. They wear suits and ties in warm, hot climates. Then they scream for an AC. The AC air and the hot cold variation makes them sick. That's why I never really liked the AC. I never feel good in air conditioning. It's I have air conditioning in my car and it's mostly never on unless it's really really hot. But even that, like now, it's really cold. I prefer the hot temperature. Honestly, I can open me. I prefer spring, summer, and fall. Winter is not really. You had snow. It's snowing here, 5, 8 inches. Yes, I put dried onions on mine. Yeah, here too. It's snowing a little bit. Yeah, it's snowing now. But I don't think they call for much snow. It doesn't snow much here, honestly. There's no winter like we used to have when I was younger. Let's finish those things. The huge snowstorm and that. Haven't had that here for a long time. Save you the coughing. Okay, so yeah, so makes them sick. Then they go to a doctor who gives them some pills. The pills have side effects, which make them even sicker. Then they take more pills, and so on and so forth. It's called being modern and civilized. After all, in this world, nothing is considered more civilized than a suit, something to cover their gross skin fully, a tie, a dog tie. So ties and watches. The two main emblems of evil slavery, a tie and a watch. Why wear a machine right next to your skin? Just seen something flying in the screen. Why wear a machine right next to your skin? Something which measures time in a way very different from the heartbeat or breath. Useless one wants unless one wants to become a machine oneself. Or join the Borg army like Darth Vader. It is bad for one's physical spiritual health in no uncertain terms. In no uncertain terms. Cannot be for reasons of comfort. Can't be comfortable to wear a tie noose around the neck either. Even animals like dogs try to take off the ties people put around their neck. So even animals are more sensitive and sensical than so-called creatures who pass off as human beings. People on this planet are beyond practicality and comfort. Wearing the slave insignias of the evil system is more important than anything else. The mats. The mats of most people's lives on this planet just doesn't add up. Marijuana plus yoga classes plus stressful relationship with a retarded boyfriend plus Hive functions plus 9 to 5 grind, self-looting sobbing and mantra chanting equals question mark. TV dinners, plus sodas, plus jogging, plus meditation, plus corporate job, plus cigarette, plus gym, plus alcohol, plus love dogs, plus eat meat of other animals equal? Question mark. Nothing coherent is the only answer one can give for sure. Maybe it makes sense to them. Maybe they can add it up. To put positive numbers in front of soul evolution. Yeah. Maybe it makes sense to them. Maybe they can add it up to put positive numbers in front of soul evolution. Corporate. Corporate. Might finish with this one today. Now. And I'll be back later on. Corporate has rightly become a kind of swear word in the West. But in uniform places like India, it still sadly remains a good word. In fact, the only hope of a bright future. Good to see the bubble burst recently when a big IT company in India announced that it had been fraudulently showing huge profits when it was actually functioning in loss. Being so used to making profits from their little shops mentality, they haven't quite gotten what corporatism is about. In a world where money is the only god and the primary reason for doing anything, people get very startled when I say corporatism is not about making money at all. It's more about the pretension and sticking people up in confined oxygenless coops called offices, making them do unnecessary things they would rather not do. That's why they hire 10 times more people than they require to make them do rat race under meaningful work titles like assistant, marketing assistant. Most major corporations in the world are in the red most of the time. Huge bank loans is what keep them afloat. It's all just bark exercise. If anyone remembers Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, if not, it suggested that they watch the series just to know what be art bark means. And don't be shy of fast forwarding. In a nutshell, it's about wasting time in the most ridiculous manner possible, while inflicting maximum damage to the surroundings. The word corporate, equal art rate. Yes, art rate. Each beat wasted in orchestrated nonsense equals one less beat available for multiversal remembrance. So, we'll come back later with ridiculous, ridicule, ridicule, same en français. Or maybe we can keep going a little, but might take a little break, or I'll come back later. It's it's not time. But it is time sensitive. Everything is time sensitive. I don't want to waste time, but I have other stuff. I have to prepare my stuff for tonight, and I got to do a bit of cleanup in the house. So yeah, that's it. Large up, Leslie, and I'll see you later on. Oh, I cannot come here at 7 o'clock tonight because I'm with Sam and Cindy, so I'll come back earlier, maybe like 4. Oh, I have to do my bike too, my exercise routine, because I'm in the midst of losing weight. Yes, my people, going back to 200 pounds. It's official. Official. And I gotta tell it to myself because stay focused. So yeah. So I'll be here maybe around 2, 3, 4. I'll see. According to my doings today, what happened. But until then, our job. It's all love. Yeah, put onion in your bagels. Jalapeno flakes. I can send you some. If you want, Leslie, I can send you a big bag of dried hot peppers for your bagels. It's very good. It just give a little eat, like it's very eatable, and it's very good. It makes it very all dress. Like it turns it in doing Pilates later. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Yeah, do things for you, for yourself, for your body, for your mind, for your soul to evolve. To evolve, like exercise and prior instead of that's what I do instead of watching TV. I don't watch TV no more. Might watch YouTube a bit, but I focus on you. Focus on you because the world won't put the focus on you, so only you can do it. I'm not saying to be uh, it's to be selfless rather than selfish, but yeah, I can send you a big bag of hot peppers, so you don't have to buy them. I have a whole bunch. I can send you a big mason jar full of dried jalapeno. Yeah, you can put that in your bagels. So good. And anything. I put it in my spag sauce, my spaghetti sauce. When I make sauce, I put my hot peppers. So, and anything. Yes, send me an email. I think I have your address, Leslie, in my email. I'll research. I think I have your address. I'm going to send the package to Blister in Florida. Bliss wants an exemplar of the PT's book. If you want a book also, Leslie, I can send you a book in the package so you can have it beside your bed. It's good reading at night, just to. I think I read that book maybe 6, 7 times. And you're going to see me again this summer outside with the book. Now I'm going to be I'm most probably buying a kayak. I'm going on the river. So I'll be doing videos on the kayak on the river with the book and all other stuff. So yeah, I'll be doing videos on the kayak with Kim. Kim wants a paddle board, but me paddle board, I'm not too sure about that with my knee and stuff. So I think I prefer sit down on the river. So I'm gonna buy a kayak, the big one, the big fishing kayak. I need to get out. I need to be in nature and not be surrounded by muggles. So I found that the best thing to do is maybe going kayak alone on the river. Like there's a river right here. It's in front. It's in front of my house. I don't know if I can get in from here. Probably too from the park. There's a park in front, so maybe I can go right there. I can walk my kayak over and put it in the water, and we'll do videos. Maybe live from the kayak. Yeah, a series of video. Janik live from the kayak on the river. Kayaking on the river. So yeah. So that's my next project. So for this summer, even Kim, she's fully into it. She wants a paddle board. So she keeps talking about it. She even made a board beside her bed with the some kind of a vision board with the paddle board and stuff, and me on a kayak. Yeah. We have a river in town. Yes, I have a river right here, so why not, take advantage of it and get a kayak? So you're gonna see me most probably, most definitely, if everything goes according to plan, financially and stuff, we'll get the kayak here beginning of April, first week of April. Kayak and paddleboard. Boom. Truman on the river. River vibe. River vibe. So large up, and I'll see you later on. Much love, Leslie, and all of you. And rise and shine. Do something for yourself to evolve each and every day. Focus, keep focused, stay focused, whatever. Your ultimate choice is where you put your attention at the end of every day, not at the end of the day, but every minute of the day. Where do you put your attention? That's going to have an outcome. You know, it matters where you put your attention. So be attentive and observe, serve, and deserve. Boom. I'm out.